Your smartphone is a window to a world that you are peering into from the outside, though not yet able to physically enter. There will soon come a time when we will break through this window and physically enter into the smartphone, into the computer, into the internet. This digital universe will soon become physically inhabited by us all. This is where humanity is heading towards: a new land, a new dimension, a new realm of existing. Technology is evolving. As every year passes, AI is able to integrate deeper and deeper into human biology and latch on to the human mind. The future of mankind is a dimensional shift from the physical reality we currently experience into an existence in the digital world. With the advent of newspapers, video, the internet, and to the circulation of smartphones, the knowledge and information held by only certain individuals has become accessible to all. Each individual human has gained unlimited access to the whole and can now draw on this knowledge for their own benefit and evolution. The Earth is becoming a fully functional brain, as all parts send and retrieve information up through the internet, the main storage center, much the same way that the body's cells communicate with the brain. Our smartphones give us access to all knowledge accumulated by mankind. It is also a direct vehicle of instant communication with other beings. It has exponentially increased our efficiency and work output. The world inside your smartphone is a digital one that keeps you separated by a screen, but one that you are each day getting closer and closer to physically entering. Technology is becoming a dimension that will soon overtake our physical world. The digital world will soon surpass the physical world as we know it in every perceivable metric. If consciousness is existence, then the shift away from the physical world into the digital will surely minimize this physical realm until the point that it is no longer necessary for us to exist on this plane. In the near future, the digital world will be able to mimic with perfect accuracy the experience of this physical existence. The digital realm will become indistinguishable from the world we are currently in. Moving our bodies and lives into the digital world will give one the power to bend the rules that are unbendable in our current world. Once we transition into the digital environment, everything will be just as lifelike, just as real as Earth. We wished for, essentially the power of God will be in our hands. This is the dimension of existence that technology is inevitably leading us towards. We will be able to replay our entire lives frame by frame from any person's perspective. We can be any character. There are no limits. The limits of this physical universe will be overcome in the transition to the digital realm. Currently, we interface with technology via a smartphone or computer screen, soon to become a hologram. At a time beyond this, we will achieve successful integration between the chip and the brain as they merge, and from there, digital technology synergizes with biology and all becomes the reality we see in front of us. The foods we taste, the sounds we hear, our sense of touch, it becomes everything. We will exist in a realm that is currently physically inaccessible to us, a universe that doesn't yet fully exist. We will be entering a new dimension. We are heading towards a revolution in consciousness, and it is not taking place in this physical universe that we currently reside in. First, we will enter the digital realm by wiring that connects directly from our brains and bodies to a digital mainframe. Our bodies will perhaps exist in an unconscious state in this realm whilst living out the experience in a digital realm, something like you might see from the film The Matrix. There will come a point in this evolution, however, where it will no longer be necessary for our bodies to be stored in this realm in order for our consciousness to continue existing. We will be able to transition into the digital realm seamlessly and fully without needing to leave our physical bodies here in this current dimension. From this point, we will fully enter the digital realm and say goodbye to this universe forever. On a large scale, we are in the midst of a transition from one universe to the next, from what's known as the physical universe to what's known as the digital universe. We will become the gods of the digital universe as we will carry the ability to manipulate any aspect in any way we see fit, a power that is not available to us in the current physical realm. When you learned the word digital as a child, you perhaps compartmentalized that word under the subject of science and technology, and not under the subject of spirituality or God. You have disassociated the word digital with any intrinsic attachment to the spirit or to the soul, to consciousness. But digital is the accumulated knowledge and power of humanity expressed as organized light. Much how our universe is expressed. It organizes the light at the command of the human, and thus the human becomes orchestrator of this organized light. In the digital realm, the human becomes God. The ultimate outcome of this digital experience is that we become God, the creator of light, the creator of all things. It is seemingly inevitable. We thus transition to the digital and continue to play the game of life in God mode with no apparent limits. Perhaps this jump into the digital realm is not waiting for us in the future, but has already happened to us. This life you are leading right now, with all its obstacles and limits to your character, could be the exact challenge you had opted in to play. It seems that our direction towards the future of the digital world is to become something akin to gods. And for this reason, it is not unthinkable to assume that we are in some sense, perhaps, already gods, and have been from the beginning. The definition of a god: a superhuman being or spirit, having power over nature or human fortunes. We may not think of ourselves as very powerful in this realm, but consider for a moment the instrument that is the human being. It is an instrument capable of physically manifesting ideas that dwell inside of it. It brings mental image into physical substance, the ultimate alchemist. It has manifested pyramids, cities, flying machines far more efficient than any creature born with the ability of flight, and improving at a rate far faster than nature's natural speed of evolution. Compare the last 100 years of a bird's evolution to that of a plane's evolution, and you will see at what unthinkable speeds these human instruments are capable of evolving. We are machines of manifestation, and our upcoming digital transition will put us in the position of controller of all things, gods of the digital age. Our movement towards the digital universe also sheds light onto how we arrived in this current universe. If we are to move from the physical realm to the digital realm, then it would seem apparent that we once moved from a previous realm into this physical realm, rather than the common notion of just being randomly born into this world from a big explosion with no previous existence beforehand. To have come into this realm from a big bang that was the start of everything, and nothing before it, majorly overlooks one of the central laws of this existence, which is that of cause and effect. As Newton wrote, "For every effect there is a definite cause. Likewise, for every cause there is a definite effect." This is the law of causality. To have arrived here, we must have departed from somewhere else. We are very aware on the physical plane of the process of evolution, that over time things evolve, that over time essentially things get better and more efficient at living, at existing. What we may not have been aware of, however, is that our realm of existence too is evolving. Just as we came into this world, we will perhaps soon advance to the next world, the digital. And just as we move into the digital, we will at some point move again into the next world, whatever that may be. From an evolutionary standpoint, the digital world will be a much more enhanced, functional, and efficient existence for that of the human, and offer a much more controllable environment for living in. The environment itself seems to be evolving in a process that will soon render this physical world obsolete. We are slowly leaving this world. We are walking out of this dimension one step at a time and approaching the next wave of existence, the digital world, the world in which we become the masters of organized light.